Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Okay, I'm going to do this video and this is going to explain all about locks, knob set and lever locks. Now a lot of people, they go walking down the aisle and they're looking and they look puzzled, then they look around for help and then they can't decide. So I'm guessing our website is probably much the same. You're looking at all the knobs, you're looking at all the levers, you can't decide this, you can't decide that, so I'm just going to break it down real quick for you. Alright, so first thing you're going to need to do is you need to identify which brand you want to go for. You want to go for the Carbine, you want to go for the Brava, you want to go for Lockwood. Then you're going to ask yourself, well, what's the difference? Okay, Ford and Holden, they're both good. Locksmiths love these locks, they're good, they're great, they're reliable, they're good bang for buck. Lockwood, good, reliable, more expensive, and so on and so forth it goes. But if you're looking generally in our range, we sell a lot of these two products. Alright, so work out which one you want to do. In actual fact, grab yourself a pen and paper, write down your answers as you go along, and then just refer back to it when you're choosing your locks. It'll help you. Alright, so lever set and knob set. What's the difference? Alright, so this is a lever set. It's got a big long sticky thing here. You could call this the stick. Alright, same with Brava. Lever set. Same. So do you want a lever set or do you want a knob set? This is a knob set. I have to open this up. Knob set. It's got a knob on it. Round ball. That's the ball, that's the bat, or that's the ball, that's the stick, whatever you want to call. Alright, so you've worked out what brand you want. Then all the functions generally after that are kind of all the same. So knob, lever, which one do you want? Do you want which brand, which configuration, lever or knob, and then we move on. So we'll get that out of the way and we'll get that out of the way. Alright, let's just use this one here as the example. Alright, so yeah, then I have to ask yourself, what colour do you want it in? They come in a variety of colours. I've just shown you polished brass there. This is a silver. We've got a brown, which is like an antique bronze, and then when you go to black now, then you got a polished chrome, which is just like chrome finish, okay? So work that one out. Which colour do you want? And remember, you can also get matching ones, so if you want a different type lock for your bedroom and you want to keep them all the same around your house, you can do that. So once you pick one and you work out what the number is for it, take for example this one here is LH, then you would pick the next one. The next lock you want for the bathroom will be an LH privacy lock. Alright, let's not get confused. Alright, so you pick a lock. Let's say you're picking a lock for your front door. You've decided Brava, you've decided lever, okay? And then you pick your lock. Now the next question you've got to ask yourself is what back set? Now I can't tell you what back set it is because it all relies on what's on your door. Okay, so this example of a door right here, what we need to do is measure from the edge of the door to the center of the hole. This one here I know is 60mm. They come in three different configurations. Sorry, 70mm. This is a 70mm one. Edge of the door, center. They come in three different configurations. 60, which is shorter, 70, and 127, which is a lot longer. So it's quite easy to work that out just by taking a ruler to your door. Once you work that out, have a look at your lock. Some locks come preset as a 60, some come as a 70. Some come with an adjustment. This one right here comes with an adjustable latch. So that's 60, you pull it, it does 70. If you want 127, then you just go into related products and you buy the 127mm back set. That's the only difference, 60, 70, 127. Alright, now let's talk about latches. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. This is a tie bolt. It has a square drive to make the lock work. Okay, this is a tie bolt too. This is a bayonet fitting. This clips on the outside of the lock, or on the side of the lock, to allow it to work. As you can see there, it clips on just like so. Right? That is a bayonet fitting. This is a tie bolt fitting. Tie bolt fitting has a square drive in the middle. Bayonet fitting catches the latch on the side. Alright, if you're going to try and choose which one you want to go with, and you want easy as possible, DIY, all that sort of stuff, just go for the tie bolt. You've got the two screws on the side, they come apart, you don't need to pull no handles off, nice 4 screws, you're in business. Alright, so you've worked out, you've worked out your brand, you've worked out your knob or lever, you've worked out your back set. Now you know your back set, you're pretty much good to go from there. You just need to work out your functions. Alright, let me explain a couple in real quick terminology. If you've got a key on the outside, generally it's an entrance. You've got your switch or button on the inside that locks it, and you use your key to operate it from both sides. So use your key to lock and unlock it. If you want the same thing but with no lock on either side, it's called a passage. That's this exact same lock, but no keyhole, no button. You would use that on your bedroom, or on a bathroom, laundry door, anything like that. A passage. If you've got a privacy, that's where you'd put that on a toilet. A privacy has what looks like a keyhole, but it's not, and you can use a coin to undo it. So if anyone falls over in the shower, there's an accident, or anything along those lines, you can quite easily get in there without needing a key. You can unlock the handle without needing a key. That has the same switch on the inside or button, but it's like a low security lock. It's good enough so that when you go up to it, you grab the handle, you feel it's locked, it's locked. You've actually got to do something to it to unlock it, so it's not like somebody can walk in accidentally. It's locked, but if there is an emergency, you can get in easily. Okay, so that's called a privacy lock. Easy release from the front, privacy switch from the button to lock the handles, locked on both sides. Some of these locks do come in dummy, so you can get like a knob with no lock, no nothing, but it's just half of a lock, and you put it on your cupboard doors, making your whole house look symmetrical with all the locks and shapes and things like that. So that's a dummy. The other one, so we've done entrance, privacy, passage, dummy. Some of the other functions you can get in this commercial range here, what we call storeroom or vestibule function. That's key from the outside, always free on the inside to exit, and you need to use a key and turn it to unlock it from the outside. So that's perfect for doors where you'd be going through, but you never want to have to put your key in to relock it, and everyone's too lazy to push the button on the back to lock it after they're finished. So you keep it locked on the outside at all times, and from the inside it's free at all times. That's called a vestibule function, and also storeroom function. Same thing. The next one you can have is a classroom, where if you think about it, a classroom with kids and things, the teacher comes in the morning, she unlocks it, and then you can use the lock all day long, and when they're finished, they put the key in, they relock it, making it locked. That is the classroom function. Classroom function is also free on the inside at all times to exit, so no kids get trapped in. Think about it that way. You've also got glass door, which works as key on the outside, key on the inside. Okay, these are specific type functions. Most of the people who are looking for them know what they're looking for. But generally for a lot of people, what they're either looking for around their house is something like this. This is just an entrance. You would put this on your front door, or on a bedroom, or on an office, or a side door, anything going external. For internal doors, on a toilet, bathroom, even a bedroom, you would put it most likely just a privacy. Some way to lock it, and it'd be locked on the outside. And if there's an emergency or you want to quickly release it, you can release it with a screwdriver or a coin. So that would be privacy. Passage you would just use on, let's say, a spare bedroom, a study, somewhere that doesn't require a lock. And dummy you would use on your cupboards. So that's it let's do keying before we go. Okay, these locks generally come all key to differ. What that means is you get two keys, they match this lock. Now, if you are ordering multiple locks, and let's say you've got 5 of these, and you want them all to operate the same key, so that means this key will work, that lock, this lock, that lock, all of them. That's called key to like. So when you're selecting your lock, you would say, key my locks alike. If you're only ordering one lock, just put standard, you'll get 2 standard keys which work that one particular lock, and that's it, you get 2 keys. If you want key alike to my order, you get 2 keys in total, but what we do is we get this lock, maybe even a screen door lock, maybe even a deadbolt, and we match them all to the same key. So you can use one key to open this lock, this lock, this lock, this lock, this lock, and this lock. Pretty simple. If you buy a fancy key for us, here's one I've just got sitting on the bench, and you say, oh, can you cut my key and key my locks all to the one key? We can do it. You just say key alike, and then you order the key, and then we'll cut it for you. So you can pretty much order any configuration you want. Key to like means they're all the same. Key to differ means each lock has its own set of keys. That there, and a different set for that. Key to differ means each lock, the keys won't work the same. Key to like means the same keys will work all those locks. If you want key match to the order, that's where you're ordering multiple things. So you'd go on one page, order this, then you go to knob sets, and you'd order this, and you'd add it to your cart, and the option is key alike to my order. So we know this one here and this one here, you want them all married up, and them all working on the same key. Alright, if you have any further questions, there's a little comment chat button, so you get your mouse like this, you move it down, and you go ding 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 on this corner of our website, and that will bring up the chat to us. Tell us what the product number is, ask your questions, is this compatible with this, can we key this alike to this, because we can key alike a lot of things now. It's there's a lot more products out there that are all key alikeable, so that means you can have like a window lock, a patio bolt, a knob set, a lever, a gate lock, you name it, you can have it pretty much on this Lockwood key. It's very compatible. One more thing to note, there's 2 types of keys. One is a Lockwood type key, and the other one is a Gainsborough key, a TE2 key. We call this one LW5, LW4, we call the other one TE2. Basically they're just different brands of keys, different profile of keys. So if you've got Gainsborough locks all the way through your house and you want a lock on that same type of Gainsborough profile key so it can be matched later on, you'd order a Gainsborough one. Most people are happy with the Lockwood one because it's more compatible when you get to order all your different locks in that type format. So that's pretty much the only difference. If you see TE2 on a product, it means it's got that Gainsborough key. If you see LW4 or LW5C4, you know you're just dealing with that Lockwood type profile. So that breaks it all down. For ease and ability, stick with the LW5, LW4 profile. There's so much more available for that. But that's what that means if you're wondering what's a TE2 and what's this, what's that.